Well, good morning, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to Morning Messages. If this is your first time on the channel, hello. Welcome in. And if you like the content I make, please subscribe, like, and share. If you're interested, we are doing live tarot classes this summer. I have a robust course on learning tarot, and these are live session master classes. So this is high level stuff. It's about opening to intuition. It's about channeling and things like that. We started last night, but it's just for the summer. This is a limited time engagement. We do a couple of live sessions every month in the summer, and you get access to the whole class. So there is a link below if you'd like to. It's a Patreon group. Hope things are good. So if you're looking for the Patreon group with the extendeds for all of this morning message series, that's also below. The link is below. You can choose to go Vimeo or you can choose to go Patreon. It's up to you. Vimeo, it's one at a time. Patreon, it's a subscription. How about that? Okay. Just listening to what you have to say to me. So, messages for those watching, please. Messages for those watching. This is not tied to any particular zodiac sign, although zodiac signs do show up in the reading. So we'll see where we go here, okay? Morning message, June 10. All right, let's see. All right. Wondrous universe. The universe is infinite. Remember what I said yesterday? Infinite abundance. Oh my God, that is what I said yesterday. For anybody who's getting flack for being spiritual and wanting to drive abundance into their lives, the universe is unlimited. Why shouldn't abundance be? That's our natural state, to be abundant. Abundance comes in all things. All things. Abundance of freedom. Abundance of joy. Abundance of friendship. Abundance of love. I think this is about remembering this. Grace and gratitude. Absolutely. So some of you have, this is a message for those watching. So there is abundance coming in. I feel like there's just been some blocks in your thinking, right? Your feelings are always your guidance system. So if ever you want to know if something is in alignment with you or out of alignment with you, look to your feelings, not to your thinking. Okay? Your feelings are real. And then you need to differentiate fear and true feeling. Fear is a default, can be a default setting. When you go through difficult things, when you go through hardship or loss or failure or whatever, however you're judging it in your mind, you can automatically, especially if it was a very difficult situation, you can have an automatic fear response. Okay? Fear is more physical, okay? It's more, there's a physicality to it versus the range of feelings you might be experiencing. Fear is almost a result, in my view. It's a result of like a program that runs through your software that every time this happens, it triggers that fear, okay? And for a lot of us, you could be dealing with a PTSD thing about I'm not allowed to have love because the last time was terrible, or I'm in this twin flame thing. And the reason for twin flame, I'm going to say it again, the reason for twin flame is to help people overcome unhealthy patterns. That's the genius of this idea of the concept really of this deeply connected love. And I think a lot of people are drawn to it who are looking for this perfect Cinderella story. And that's not really the purpose of twin flame love. The purpose is to mirror to each other and to become one. And what I mean by that is it's just remembering that we are all one. It's remembering we are all one. So this is, I think a lot of people get the idea of enmeshment and codependency messed up with the idea of unity. Those are different things, okay? because enmeshment and codependency have as an underpinning a faulty program of attachment, of I'm not good enough. You pick your poison there, because that's what most of us view as love. But love is really just about oneness. It's about unity within the self, and the realizing of there is no other. All right. I think that's what 21st century America for sure is getting wrong. There is no other. Well, for our whole history. So what am I saying? There is no other. Okay. There is no other. Other promotes an us against them. Other promotes a thing out there that, needs to be defended against, or needs to be vanquished, there is no other. Okay. We are all one in the sense that we are all made up of the same molecules, the same everything. And this is not real. Okay. This skin and all this kind of stuff, it's made up of a ton of tiny little particles that are floating around. All of these things that are seeming solid are not really solid. And so when you think of like, oh, how could we all be connected? Well, we're witnessing being connected here by the internet, something you also don't see. This is creating more and more connection, but also more and more disassociation from the 3D. I know a lot of people are very down on the whole screen time thing. It's getting away from the 3D experience of life. Yes, it is. Especially younger generations are very much interested in moving on from this 3D experience. That's why they're so into this. They're so into the internet. They're so into video gaming, because it's not the 3D experience. They recognize that. They're connected via the internet to people all over the world. They play their games. They're all right. And I think a lot of people say that's fantasy. And I can see exactly why that would be, why they would think that. But in reality, it's this 3D experience that's the illusion. This is the illusion that we're separate, that there's other. That's the illusion. That's not real. Okay. And also that there's not abundance flowing to us every single time, every single day, because then, and if you're not experiencing abundance, then you're in this place of no shame, no guilt, don't go piling on yourself. I'm doing it wrong. Just go to your feelings and understand what you're in alignment with. Understand what's true for you. What is true for you? What's important to you? What are your values? Those are the things, the feelings and emotions are going to show you. If you have outsized reactions to things, that's important. That's important. Can you distance yourself enough to see yourself and understand what's triggering you about this? That's really interesting. Why am I getting so angry about this? Why is this upsetting me so much? Do you ever ask yourself that? Same goes with love. Same goes with the positive things. Right? There's a balance in all things. Why am I seeing this not so good thing and thinking it's love? Why am I seeing this really good thing that is love and rejecting it? Right? Those are the questions to ask yourself. We are all one. There is no other. Unity is consciousness. Unity is God. That is what connects us all. Aside from the physics of it and the biology of it and all of those things, we are moving out of this 3D experience in the course of our lifetime. You're witnessing it right now. Infinite abundance. Right? Nine of Swords. Who's having sleepless nights? Let go. King of Wands. Nine of Cups. Everything is always working out for me. Okay? Now, this is I want to say this because there's some people on YouTube that I love, and I really think do excellent work. And I completely see a point about spiritual short-circuiting things, about skirting around by meditating and by doing things that are spiritual. But I'm going to say not this but that, this and that. Okay? I'm going to say do the spiritual stuff and do the work. Okay? Because both of those things together are like octane. They're like high, they're like hitting the gas towards getting towards what you want. So it's not if, it's not this, but not that, right? It's this and that, right? Do the work, do the work of understanding what is bothering you, what is upsetting you, why is this relationship, why do I continue to attract unhealthy relationships, right? Do all of the work. But at the same time, do your meditation, do your chanting. There is no such thing as a shortcut, but those things, mindfulness, those things will help you let go of this very, very taught. This is learned behavior about why am I so unhappy, or what are the patterns in my life. They're all taught behaviors, right? These are things that you're here to work on in your life, like thinking, oh, there's not enough. The universe is infinite. There's plenty for everyone. To those of privilege, equality feels like oppression. And when those who don't understand that there's infinite abundance, there's fighting, there's wars, there's all kinds of stuff over over what is viewed to be valuable. But now you redefine for yourself what's valuable. You redefine for yourself and understand that we are all one, that we have consciousness in common, that this 3D meat suit, this whole thing is the illusion. Okay? You're on your way then. You're on your way. This is the work we talk about. We talk about shadow work. Pluto retrograde happening until October 4th. We talk about shadow work. Shadow work is seeing the part of yourself in stark relief because another has shown you the mirror. A lot of times, twin flame is what shows you the mirror most of anything. And that's why y'all who are in that twin flame experience or spiritual path and open to these ideas, that's why it's attracting you so much, because you are leaders and healers and teachers. Heal thyself. You cannot be a healer, teacher, leader until you heal thyself. And by the way, healing never stops. So, by the way, healing is always happening. Gemini, Tower, Death. Lovers, Tower, Death. Okay. 8 of Wands, Queen of Cups, 7 of Wands, 6 of Wands, King of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. Okay, good deal. So, someone here, I see, let's see. I see Sagittarius. I see Gemini, the opposite sign. I see Scorpio. I see more Sagittarius. I see, okay, so one of you, this is a relationship that is going to happen or is happening or has happened depending on your timeline. Okay? So one of you is going through a major upheaval because love has shown up. Actual real love has shown up. Okay? And this has opened your mind. This has opened your heart. This is showing you a path. So this person, Lovers, Tower, Death, massive transformation because of a person who has shown up in your life or is going to show up in your life. Let me just ask one thing. Four of Cups, Hierophant, Page of Wands, 6 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is likely a person who you have resisted. Okay? You've resisted this because this person is actual love. The real deal. And because of all the other patterns, all the other unhealthy relationships, the narcissistic partners, the toxic karmics, all of that other stuff has still not been healed, okay? Has still not been worked on for some of you because You could be looking to spiritual practices only. And the practice that is going to do the most good is being resisted. And that's the one where you really see your heart, talk through your heart, open your heart. Why am I feeling this way? Why is this such a strong emotion? Why am I having so much resistance to actual love? Seven of Cups. I'm sorry, Seven of Wands. So this is a transformation. I feel like for both of you, one of you has been resisting abundance in terms of money, in terms of fortune, right? In terms of allowing success to be elusive. There's something here about that, okay? And it is a situation where that's driving a lot of anxiety for sure. But the answer is to let go of it. The answer is to let go of the mindset, because the mindset is the thing that's resisting it, not the actual desiring of it, but too much desiring of it, or desiring of it in a way that is unhealthy, or that is a way that is resistant. Like, oh, I want it so much. That's resistance. Okay. It can also be that you want something, your heart is there, you're in alignment with it, but there's a mindset that I shouldn't have that, or I'm not good enough to have that, or that's not what's on my path, or that's not for me. All right, there's a mistaken mindset. So I feel like the universe is informing your heart here. Okay, the universe is informing your heart. And you have been resisting it. Okay, you've been resisting it for a while now. Four of Cups, and then the Hierophant. It could be that you feel like you know better. That you're like, well, no, this is the other person. This is their fault. They're awful. Taurus, Taurus, Sag, Scorpio, Gemini. Lots of Sag here. You could be like, no, it's the other person. It's their fault. It's them. They're narcissistic. They're toxic. They're this, they're that. But you're still engaged in this battle, okay? You're still engaged in this fight with them, and they get you every time. They hook you, okay? They hook you. What's that movie with the guys with all the pins in his head? It's really awful. I've never seen it, but it is about hooking into very soft spaces and opening in a very unsavory kind of way. And this person is kind of doing that. They're opening you up. That Ace of Swords, the truth that they're speaking, the truth that they're telling is really opening you up to these new ideas. This is a beautiful offer of love that's not coming in a traditional way. It's coming in the way of information, talking, communication, caring, supportive, not in a toxic way or a codependent way. Okay? And I think this is blowing your mind here. Gemini, like I said, Gemini, Tower. So Tower, this is happening now. So even if you've known this person for a long time, you're just ready for the message. You're just ready for this, because this has been a long time of toxic behavior. Here's what needs to happen. You're going to need to learn something new, because the story you've been telling yourself, how you're getting hooked into their narcissistic behavior or whatever, the story you're telling yourself is wrong. You're not giving yourself enough credit. You're hooking into their toxic patterns. You're not radically accepting your own engagement in that. It can be like, well, we have children together, and that's the reason. Like, I can't not engage. I'm defending my children. That's what I feel like I'm doing, right? I'm defending my children. But there are ways to deal with these toxic people that are healthy. And it requires you to learn something new. Okay? It's not just a visceral, fear-based experience. And fear comes in a lot of shades, okay? It can be seen as anger or judgment or passive aggression or any of those things. It can be seen in a lot. Anger wears a lot of clothes, right? Fear wears a lot of hats. And so somebody's experience might with marriage might have been very disastrous, okay? And so whenever they get close to somebody and they feel like, well, this could be the person, they could sabotage it. But right now, they might have done that in the past. It's like, this is what I want, it's here. This is what I want, it's coming here. But why can't I just, why is this not happening for me? I've been meditating, I've been doing my mantras, I've been manifesting like you read about. Why are they not here yet? I'll tell you why. Because first of all, there is some resistance. You are in alignment with what you are on path to get. Sometimes that's about lessons. Sometimes that's about being able to see things in a new way. I love this card because this is really about this two together. The Nine of Swords is your thinking. That's what needs to be resolved. So if you're dealing with a narcissistic partner, you're looking at that partner going, it's them, it's them, it's them. Okay? Do they have mental illness? Are they acting? Yes. But at the same time, right? Yes, they are ill. They have narcissistic personality disorder or whatever they do. They're controlling, they're blah, 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 blah. Right? Okay, fine. But this is true. And I'm going to do my own work, my own spiritual work, and my own mental health work. I'm going to take responsibility for why this person's in my life. That can blow your mind, okay? That can really blow your mind. You're like, wait a second. I'm not responsible for this person. This person's just a jerk, and I just happen to. No, if we say on this channel there are no coincidences when we talk about good things happening or how we judge things to be positive, then there are also no consequences. There are no coincidences when it comes to things that you may judge as negative. How about this? Can you shift into a mindset of everything is an opportunity and everything is always working out for me? And the way you do that is you face your own anger, you face your own betrayal, you face your own depression or anxiety, you face all of that. Winston Churchill, something that frightens you, you got to walk right up to it. The thing what scares you the most, that is the thing that you must look at. That is the thing you must work on. So this connection here is one of transformation. I feel like in the past you may have been lovers. It went away. This person went away. There was a very unconscious resistance. This person or you, someone has changed radically here and become awake, become more conscious. Both of you, I feel like, are awake in some measure because this person couldn't have come back on your path if you weren't. But now the task is overcoming this idea that, well, this is a true love scenario, correct? How do we, overcome that unconscious desire to be codependent? How can we stand on our own 2 feet? How can we move this forward? What does that look like? And how can we reflect to each other the patterns and see them as opportunity? So what's cool about this is overcoming all of this stuff in a pattern of stability, Wheel of Fortune, moving things forward. And what really is of value here is the core truth that has been, what am I doing over here? The core truth that has been really resisted. There must have been somebody like here, because I was definitely feeling like I'm talking to you. Okay, but I'm talking to you. Ace of Swords and Knight of Cups. The truth is the real, you know how I say an offer is coming? Like the truth is the real offer. When this person is able to open up and share themselves with you, that's the offer. That's the offer. Infinite abundance. This person has been resisting the idea that there is infinite abundance. They see things as lack. And so what's going to be proven to them is the openness to these new ideas, the openness to transformative kinds of thinking around abundance, letting go of toxic patterns, realizing that radical acceptance of a situation is power. Yep, I take responsibility for everything that's happened right now. And your brain goes, wait 1 second. They are toxic. Yep. But the only way to heal that for yourself is to take responsibility for it and to look at it and to feel the feelings about that. How did I get into this mess? How did I get here? What are the unhealthy patterns that I'm trying to fix by being with this person? I'm trying to cure the riddle of love for myself. I'm trying to fix that. I'm trying to heal that. So, spiritual practices and healing work. If your spiritual practice is a healing modality, awesome. The healing modality I recommend is about feeling your feelings. All of them. All of them. So the truth is really the healing offer. The truth is the thing that each one of you are embracing at this moment and have resisted for a long time. There's something important that you're bringing to the table for each other. I feel like one person has resisted abundance in the form of money and success. The other person has resisted abundance in this heart space, right? One of you could be very financially successful and not have a lot of love in your life. The other can be very loving and kind and generous and, wonderful and not have a lot of financial success to show for that. I feel like you're healing each other because that's what yin yang is all about. There's this other, and then there's you, and you complement each other. There's union there. And it's not enmeshment union. It's a healthy union. They reflect to you what you need to do, open your heart. You reflect to them what they need to do, open to abundance in terms of financial and success. Pretty cool. But you're both going to have to learn something new. Okay? I'm going to keep going with this reading. If you'd like to continue with me, Taurus, Sag, Taurus, Sag, Scorpio, Gemini. Taurus, Sag, Scorpio, Gemini. Okay? Link is below for you. Morning messages for June 10th. Mwah! Have a great day!